Okay, it's again 4.1, 4.3 review for Algebra 2. Solved by factoring. Okay, factoring, remember? Just a brief review. Remember, we're going to do... I'll get out of the way. The left multiplies to the left, the right multiplies to the right, and then we'll do the outside inside to add up to the middle. Okay, that's the general pattern. So, here we go. Let's put some parentheses up here. And we're looking to see where these equal 0. Okay, that's where the x-intercepts are when y is 0. So two things that multiply to the left are x and x. Two things that multiply to the right are, well, let's do 7 and 2. Alright, and since we have to multiply to a negative, that means the bigger one's probably going to be negative. Okay, and then we'll check it out. Outside, that's negative 7 times x, negative 7x. 2 times x, that's 2x. Negative 7 plus 2 is 5x. Yay, that's my middle term. Means I've done this correctly. Alright, so x plus 2 and x minus 7 are my two factors. Now, this part in orange, you do not need to show the part in orange. Okay, this is just kind of chicken scratch. Alright? But from here, you just set them equal to 0. X plus 2 equals 0. Move the 2 over, x equals negative 2. There's one of your answers. X minus 7 equals 0. Move the 7 over, so x equals positive 7. That's number 1. I'd try number 2 before if I were you. But otherwise, here you go. Put on a y for 0, because that's where the x-intercepts are. Pull up your parentheses. Pull up your parentheses. Two things that multiply to the left. Remember, left goes to the left. Right goes to the right. Outside, inside. Why did I put a 5 there? Right goes to the right. Outside, inside goes up to the middle. So two things that multiply to x are x and x. Multiply x squared, I mean. Two things that multiply to 32. That's probably good. That's probably going to be 8 and 4. That's my guess. And if I'm wrong, I can go back and change it. And again, you multiply to a negative, so they're going to be different. And oh, we're going to add up to a positive. So I'll make the bigger one positive. Let's see if that works. Okay. X times 8 is 8x. Negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Add them up, you get 4. Which is your middle term. Yay! Okay, so, alright, nope, erase. So those are the correct terms. We know that. Correct factors. So I'll go x minus 4 equals 0, so x equals 4. There's one answer. X plus 8 equals 0, so x equals negative 8. Cool. Number 5, a little more complicated because you got an a value, but same rules apply. So I'll put a 0 in for y because we're solving for when y is 0. Two things that multiply to the left, well, x and x, but it's 2 times 1, so 2x and x. Two things that multiply to 10, well, it's 10 times 1, 5 times 2. I'm going to try 5 times 2. Let's do 2 times 5 like this, and just see what happens. Okay, so again, my left side will multiply the left, my right side multiplies the right, so those two work. 2 times 5 is 10x, 2x times 5 is 10x, 2 times x is 2x, well that adds up to 12x, that's not my middle term, that's not a 9. So let's try again. So instead of 5 and 2, let's switch them, let's make this the 5 and that the 2. Try a different combination. So 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 1 is 5, so 5x. Those add up to 9x. That's my middle term. So we're good. Yay, yay, I can bring 3 of my friends. So here we go. 2x plus 5 equals 0. And x plus 2 equals 0. Move the 2 over, you get x equals negative 2. Move this one, move the 5 over, you got 2x equals negative 5. Divide by 2, x equals negative 5 divided by 2. Those are your answers. Alright, so a coefficient out front really doesn't change a whole lot, but you do have to take into consideration, multiply the outside and the inside. Try number 6 on your own. I really want you to try number 6 on your own. Alright, now here we go. 0 equals, put up in parentheses, 3. Two things multiply to 3. Well, the only options are 3 and 1, so I'll put 3x and x. 3 is prime. There's only one option. 28. That's 14 times 2, which we're getting a 19. That might be possible. But there's also 7 and 4. I'm actually starting to think this one's wrong. (14 times 2). Negative 14. Negative 2. Let me pause this for a second. Okay, I figured it out. It's not 14 times 2 because 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. 14 times 1 is negative 14. That adds up to negative 20. But instead it is negative 7 and negative 4 in this order, because 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Negative 7 times x is negative 7. And that adds up to negative 19. I thought this was a bad question for a second, but no, it's not. It's a perfectly good question. So those are my factors. So set them equal to 0. 3x minus 7 equals 0. Move the 7 over. That's 3x equals 7. Divide by 3. X equals 7 thirds. Well, there's 1. And then we got x minus 4 equals 0. Move the 4 over. X equals 4. And those are your answers.